Story time. It's been a while since I made a video. I wanted to do one once a week, but kind of fell off the wagon with that one. Third one in 3 months. So we're out here trying. I've been busy with work, house projects, but we're back, and I'm gonna try and be more consistent. Today, I decided to just do a little story time, and I want to talk about my first tattoo. My only tattoo. That's this little guy. Right here, I don't know if you can see. This story starts with a t-shirt. And that t-shirt happened to be a friend's t-shirt. And the t-shirt that my friend was wearing happened to be a Violent Gentleman t-shirt. If you don't know, Violent Gentleman is a hockey-based lifestyle clothing brand. They celebrate the enforcers, the grinders, the blue-collar guys, more meat and potatoes, old-school type of hockey players. I really appreciated that. Some companies celebrate the more superstars, guys that are going bar down. These guys are celebrating guys that drop the gloves and put in their harder minutes. The fact that George Peros, who was an enforcer for the Ducks and a fan favorite, was part owner of the brand, basically sealed the deal for me. The whole culture and just the vibe of the company was something that I was about. So I just became a supporter, and that support slowly grew, and I started going to events, art shows, NHL tournaments, things that they had hosted at the warehouse sales, going to the shop just in general because I lived so close and it was easier than ordering online. And just showing face, I started to get to know the other owners a little bit, Hammer and Brian, and they eventually learned my name, and I thought that was pretty cool that I was getting recognized. And I remember one day Hammer followed me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. I feel pretty cool about that. That's a solid follow. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, so now it's about, I want to say, 2 years after being introduced to the brand. It's my senior year at Chapman, and I have procrastinated on getting an internship that I need to graduate. So I needed to find an internship, and I wanted it to be with a company that I'd be stoked to be an intern for, not just a company that's going to fulfill my requirements of being in the field that I'm studying. So I looked on LinkedIn and different places with internship opportunities. I think Quicksilver had one that was local too. I wanted it to be somewhat local because I was already working a couple jobs and going to school, so I didn't really want to commute. So looked at Quicksilver because they were in HB at the time, and then looked at Vans to see if they had any opportunities. Wasn't really anything there. And then the idea to ask Violent Gentleman, ask Brian and Hammer if I could be an intern, popped into my head. I ran it by Shelly, and she seemed all for it. So it was set. I just needed to ask. I say that calmly now, but in my head, asking is very anxiety ridden. But I finally picked a day. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but I remember I got up class. It's around noon or 1 o'clock, or got all my classes done for the day. Headed out, hopped on the 55, going straight to 19th Street, the end of the 55. And I remember calling Shelly, telling her I was nervous, feeling like, you know what, DJ, you could just turn here, go home, no one would ever know. You could just save yourself any embarrassment of no's or anything like that. And Shelly had the wise words of the worst that they could tell you is no. And that helped calm me down a little bit. So made my way to the HQ and popped in the store, asked if Brian or Hammer was there. Brian came down. I don't even know if I had any pleasantries. Probably some hey, what's ups. Dan was just hey, I need an internship, and I just wanted to see if there was any opportunities to intern there. Intern with them, and kind of threw him off guard, and later learned that people don't just coldly walk into a business and ask if they could be an intern. So I'm glad I didn't know that, or else I would have been extremely nervous about doing it. He's like, oh yeah, let me, run it by Hammer. Hammer happens to walk in while I was still there. He seemed very down for it and stoked about it. They just let me know that it was not going to be a super structured formal internship, and that was fine by me. I just needed to get credits filled, and I just wanted to do it with a company that I liked and appreciated. So I got the internship. Most of it was just me helping out with like social media stuff, like curating images and things for Trust and Tradition, which was like an offshoot brand for the company that was in like NHL stores, team stores. Being there a little bit more, I started to do, they'd ask for help on certain things and I would, help out. I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible for any possibilities of, future employment. I get all my hours, internship's over, but a little later down the line, around graduation, or I think before graduation, yeah, they, hit me up and ask if I want to work and like join the team. I was like, hell yeah. Like, I'm super stoked about it. I don't know if I exuded that emotion, but on the inside, I was like, yes. So I graduate, a few months pass. They were just trying to get things situated for me to come in and be a more smooth transition, but I was very eager to start. Every winter and summer, they have a warehouse sale with deals on all of the clothing. People are allowed to come in, peruse the warehouse, pick their stuff, get it at a discounted price. This was my first day of work. First time on that side of the warehouse sale, and they happened to be doing tattoos. Luke Westman and Gus, were tattooing, and they had a flash sheet that you could pick from, and they were like $20 tattoos, or 20 to 60 depending on size. So it's my first day of work for this company. I'm sitting there all day. I did no tattoos before. Thought about it, didn't do it. Got me thinking. One, it's pretty inexpensive. Two, like, some of the designs are pretty cool. Like, for sure, I'm down. I was talking to my friend Fiona, who was also working the warehouse sale too. We were both talking like, are you gonna get a tattoo? Are you gonna get a tattoo? And she's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get a tattoo. I think so. Both decide that we're getting the puck and VGHC separate, deciding, and then both like, oh yeah, that's what I'm getting to. So yeah, signed up. End of the shift, warehouse sale's over. Gus and Luke are just at the end of the day. I think we're their last customers. I got Gus to do mine. Okay, so I knew outside looking in, it looked crazy getting a tattoo of a company first day working. I knew that there could be one day that I may not work there. But at the time, very bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, I wanted to grow at the company. I wanted to do it. Like, they'd done enough for me, and I, regardless of employment, still appreciated the company. So I did it and worked there for a couple years. I'm very grateful for the time that I did get to spend there, because I got to cut my teeth on a lot of things and learn a lot of different aspects of business. They gave me opportunities to grow and learn creatively. My time did come to an end, so they handed me my first L out of college. That's a lesson that at the time sucked. Doesn't feel good to be let go. I remember that day. I remember being at work on my computer, get a Slack message, hey, can you come upstairs? I don't know if anyone watches Hard Knocks or any of those, like HBO with sports, but that's basically like, hey, coach wants to talk, bring your playbook. So I already knew what was going on. I go upstairs, Hammer, Hadis, Brian sitting there. The looks are not positive ones, very somber looks. So I definitely know what's happening now. I sit down and they talk to me, tell me it's not anything, my character or work, like everything that I was doing and trying to do was good, but that just, there wasn't enough for me to do to constitute employment in the area that I was working. And I was bummed, but I'm not gonna lie, like I was relieved, because I felt at times it's just like, there just wasn't enough direction, and for me also, like, fairly new, I just wasn't enough of a I guess self-starter or how to direct myself into growing in that area. So we parted ways, and the day came to where, now I have a company tattooed on me that I'm no longer employed by. That's perfectly okay with me because I still support them. I made the decision that day to not be bitter about it. They were very upfront and forward, and were very genuine with their remarks. I still stayed on a little bit, more just contracted to do some social media stuff with them, so I was still getting a little cash flow from there, and I appreciated it. and I still do, and I still appreciate them. I mean, part of the reason why I wanted to make this video is because, right now I have one tattoo. It's unique. But, like, the story behind the tattoo, I feel like was unique and fun, and it was good to reflect on it. And it's their 10 year. Wanted to do a little ode to them and say congrats on 10 years. It's awesome. It's cool to see the brand grow. For me, it's very cool that I got to be a part of it. I'm still stoked every time I'm riding around and I see people with a VG sticker on their car, rocking a hat, rocking a shirt, a sweatshirt, something. I think it's pretty cool because I do value the culture of the company. So it's cool to see other people out in the world rocking it, and it's cool to see through social media that people around the world are about it. So congrats to you guys. Congrats to anyone that's made it far in this video. I appreciate you. I will try and do more videos, not just monthly, but more weekly or bi-weekly. I do have ideas. I just need to set time aside for those ideas to come to fruition. But if you are watching this on YouTube and you did like this video, throw me a like. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe. But, I'm not forcing you to do anything. If you're watching this on IGTV, what's up? How's it going? How's your day? Okay, well, this seems like a good spot to wrap it up. I will see you soon. Actually, I won't see you. You might see me soon. I don't know. This is awkward. Okay, well, yeah. I'm gonna exit the video like I'm in witness protection program. If you've seen the contents of this video and you like it, please hit subscribe and like the video.